Welcome, everyone, to Speedgaming! Welcome to more coverage of the OOT Randomizer online tournament. This is the bonus round. This is the one we didn't anticipate happening. In any case, I'm Tobias. With me on commentary today is Angels. How are you?
I am feeling really good. I was so happy I was able to get this spot here. Unfortunately, it was due to a very nasty crash that lost our runners 20 minutes. But I'm happy to be here.
And happy to have you, absolutely. Yeah, so what happened yesterday, which was the originally scheduled date for What the Hell's versus Gavaroni Game 3 in this semifinal, was that Gavaroni experienced a soft lock in Hyrule Field in a location that really wasn't a known soft lock to me, honestly, and lost about 25 minutes of gameplay when he had reset. The runners agreed to not continue this and instead to replay the race today. And so, here we are, and I get to commentate another race in this semi-final. I'm looking forward to it. What I'm less looking forward to is that we aren't getting a free song. We got the junks, or rather the song that is an item as our starting song, randomly assigned. So, yep, we're only starting with Prelude.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, definitely. One nice thing, though, is starting with that Kokiri Emerald, only needing 2 items and be able to get into Ganon's castle, so that is at least something.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what our... I'm going to be interested to see what the dungeon loadout is going to be. But yeah, we're starting with the Kokiri Emerald, and as always with the Light Medallion. So one dungeon, as always, will be pre-completed. That means all the chests in that dungeon are junk, and the medallion is already given to us. We've already beaten that boss as far as the game is concerned. So let's see what our pre-completed dungeon is going to be. It looks like the runners are just about ready to go.
And there we go. We see both of them running out. Remember, the 4 foolish hints are just outside here. Gonna be very interesting to see what they are.
Yep, and that is exactly what we're seeing at first. Death Mountain Valley, Death Mountain Trail, Gerudo Valley, Kokiri Forest, and Zora's Domain. Not bad foolishes.
Yeah, very good mix there from a few locations that are just far away. With a few others, though, Kokiri Forest is one I really don't like there because of just how many checks there are there. A lot of the side routes tend to route through there. So a little bit unfortunate with that one, but we still have Kak. We still have the Gorn City and stuff like that. If they would go for an early side, it looks like both of our runners are heading to Kak, though.
Which is interesting. I think one of them, or it has gotten more and more popular to head towards Zora's River as well. Which I think one of them is doing. Gavaroni is headed towards Zora's River for 3 items, 3 hints. That is very powerful. There's more information that he's going to get than What the Hell's in Kakariko. On the other hand, Kakariko will yield more items for What the Hell's.
Yeah, it is the trade-off with going for the multiple checks versus the hints. Of course, WTHH will also pick up the song as well, but that was both a hookshot and a hint towards King Devango there, so that is interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting to say the least. We are looking at a check that I wouldn't normally classify as, or at an item that I would normally classify as Path to King Dodongo, but we'll see how that comes into play. There's Zelda's Lullaby as well. Well, all sorts of things hidden in Kakariko. Speaking of things hidden, there's also a pair of iron boots for Gavaroni in the river.
Yeah, at least Gab is getting something from going here, at least. Even with the counting of the hints. And there's another big item over there.
When he did. And 30 a magic bottle. Oh! Whoops.
Ooh.
And a bottle for Gavaroni in Zora's River Grotto. I did not
That
see
is-
which dual hint that was that Gavaroni just grabbed. Did you?
I didn't. We have an... Okay, so there is something in the Dongo's cabin as well for King Dongo. That is also very, very fun.
Well, I mean that'll basically tell you there's a bomb back in the Dongo's cavern, and the whatever item is in is passing Kakariko is leading the way towards a strength upgrade. One accessible strength upgrade, we should say.
Yeah. Alright, we have Samsung on Ravaged Village. That is quite nice.
Where did you see the hint for DC to
yeah,
King
but-
Dongo?
It was on Zora's River.
I see.
It was up near the grotto.
On the plateau.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah. So Burning Cack Song is Suns, which is
Yeah.
good news. Sun Song locks exactly one check. So it
Yeah.
is unlikely that we're going to need an all dungeons run today for songs alone.
Yeah, definitely. The only other thing that would really be nice with Samsung would be with those 30 skulls. If that is our first magic, then having Samsung for the routing when it comes to skulls would have been nice, but not needed. But it would have been nice.
Yeah, that item is certainly important enough that you're not ignoring it. Until you find another magic bottle, you are collecting skulls.
Yeah,
Another big chest.
there's a lot of stuff
pick
over
up
here.
first. Yeah, and the Lens of Truth.
And a little 5 rupee as well. So yeah, WTHH is gonna take that Solace Lullaby and get another song.
Yeah, it's reasonable. You know it's not going to be able to use this song. Even Serenade of Water would be helpful here because it gives you easy access to the lake and its surrounding areas.
Yeah. Definitely.
Dummy
And,
me, I
i-
forgot.
In
Go
this
ahead.
one we don't need Valley, so being Serenade is just better as well.
It's not too. And we are getting a blue song, but we're getting the Song of Time, not a Serenade.
Hey, we were just that little bit off.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar. But Song of Time still useful. That'll be access to a bunch of checks in Gerudo Training Ground. Once that comes into play, it'll also it can also theoretically come into play if we have to look at Forest Temple. Neither of our runners has looked at their dungeon layout yet.
No, we are probably seeing that with H here. Might be checking out just Castle Town, and why not check the tablet then? Nope. Okay,
Well,
maybe do that on the second trip.
I mean, they have access to the dungeon layout at any time. They just need to open their pause menu.
Yeah.
It is just for the pretty conservative, pretty standard opener that What the Hell's plays here. He doesn't need that information. That's basically the default route you would take in most OTR scenes.
Yeah.
It is very powerful because it gives you access to a bunch of songs from the windmill, from the graveyard in this case, as well as the songs from London Ranch and Sacred Forest Meadow as child. So that's why this opening route exists.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ways to route in this category. And nothing there on the slingshot.
interestingly, so I'm looking at what information Gavaroni has that What the Hell so far can't have because it was in River. And we're looking at the Burning Kakariko Sun Song Synth. Okay. We're also looking at the very important information that BC, Dodongo's Cavern, is on the path to King Dodongo, which means there's comeback in Dodongo's Cavern. And finally, the Darunia Skull Kit dual hint, which is the 2 songs in this game that are locked by... 2 checks in this game that are locked by Saria's song.
So... either strength for bow on chickens then?
I mean, a strength on chickens would certainly be an option here.
But yeah, not too big of a surprise here seeing WTH heading over to London. A very nice early one with the just really having a song there. You know, all the song locations have stuff today. And it is a relatively quick one as well here. It also gives you access to field and stuff like that.
Sure. There's another milk bottle for What the Hell's okay.
That was that a vanilla?
Wait. If we get vanilla milk, then I would like Shocky milk as well, please.
Yeah. And a vanilla song as well.
Wow. Okay. So, Epona's song, also really useful. It gives us access to the Gerudo area with a few more items. That would be a really interesting play from our runners.
And just right off the bat, they have a hook shot. They will be able to do so much with just that over there. So
yeah.
It is
ideally,
you
would like bow as well, and ideally you would like strength 2 as well. But at this point,
You do know what we do have, though.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, we have both of the quick child dungeons, the Decatry and the Dongos for the other spiritual stones. So that is nice.
Yeah. So let's see. We have.
So while Tobias is sorting out that, and let's see, fire and water temple being our 2 required medallions is also interesting.
It's not the kindest layout I've ever seen.
No, it isn't. It is one of the 2 dungeons that requires the most items in fire and water. Just relatively slow, just in general.
You're also looking at... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was continuing my thought with what I was gonna say before we got the dungeon popped up there. So do your point first and I go back to what I was gonna say later.
So with Deku Tree, we're looking at a dungeon that has exactly 1 item that grants access to it, the Kokiri Sword, that is somewhere in this seed. With Dodongo's Cavern, we're looking at a dungeon that, at least logically, has exactly 1 item granting access to it, i.e. a strength upgrade that is somehow accessible using the items we find in Kakariko, in this particular seed, because the Dodongo's Cavern to King Dodongo path can, in my opinion, only mean there's a bomb back in there. Don't think there's any other option there.
Yeah, because if you think about the ways you can break those walls, one of them would have been hammer, but I think the hint would have then specified Volvagia, if that was the case.
That's... no, because the hints prefer the any item that can be on the path to a stone before they hint any item that can be on a path to a medallion in these settings.
Yeah.
But good point from Alfalfa in chat. Hammer could also be in Dodongo's Cavern, giving access to bombs. So we'll see. Big chest in Mido's house, and it is Nevrusulov, so nothing important. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a bomb bag, that is correct. There is a multi-item. There could be a multi-item chain for bombs, but for sure, at least the randomizer thinks that there's no bombs available outside of... Skull Mask is a slingshot. Okay, you kind of don't want to miss that.
Yeah. That, and Hayes had started his mask trading sequence already, so he just needs to go and continue that to get it. He might be hoping to just find one of the duplicates, though. But one thing that also Star pointed out in the chat is that Shadow is the one that is the foolish one today, so that is really, really nice.
Yep. Shadow, one of the pretty linear dungeons in this game, and it takes a long time. So having that as a foolish dungeon is really neat.
Takes a long time. Has a very horrible requirements to open it. Also requires a lot of items inside it in general. Yeah, pretty good that we are not gonna be entering that today.
Yeah, no complaints from my side at least. Ooh, Star in chat pointing out, we've got Hook Irons and Zelda's Lullaby. Water Temple, anyone? So,
yeah, definitely. Go for it.
It's an idea. Obviously, you can't complete it without having a long shot as well. Also, there are checks that are locked behind either having long shot or or hover boots or a bow.
I thought you were gonna say also there was Sora's armor, Sora mail on the memory game.
Well, yeah, that too. Hey, what the else?
Well, but while he's taking a little break here, let's talk a little bit about what Gav has been doing so far. Also, looking like he has been on Lon, but it looks like he is pathing right now over to.
Looks like your route to Kakiri Forest, right?
Yeah, a little bit surprised the fact that the Hayes was taking around the Kakiri Forest. We knew that it was foolish. But this is the way to enter Lost Woods, so and Bolero there on Saria song.
Yep, and the duplicate hint of Burning Cack is on the way to, or has the Sun Song. Bolero on Saria's song is neat. It gives us another song as adult. That would have been accessible with a hookshot anyway, though. Well, no, not yet. We don't have bombs. And HBA is entirely dead. Horseback archery being entirely dead is good news. And Dead Hand in the Well is dead as well.
Yeah. That is very nice.
So that means both of these locations. The dual hints tell us the items from 2 locations or from 2 checks. In this case, it was Horseback Archery 1500 and 1000, which means that Horseback Archery just entirely doesn't exist in this game. You don't need to worry about it. Dead Hand in the Well has a small key. In theory, that could be needed, but that would be some pretty shoddy key layout.
It would be a shoddy key layout, but remember, we might need those 30 skulls, and the well is a very good place to farm those tokens.
Wrong. So let's see.
Big Goron is dead though, so that is good. that the trading sequence can be very bad.
Yep. So what the hell is pathing down to South Hyrule? Interesting. Obviously, skipping the remote grotto as he doesn't have bombs or any other explosives yet.
Yeah.
Seems to be headed just for open grotto and lake checks.
Yeah. Seems like it. Lake Hylia is path to coma. That is nice. That might actually be our sword.
Getting that information with the route that What the Hells has just taken is just gold.
Yeah, and let's just say it. That where that hint is both bad, but also very bad, very bad because of just you have to basically be going there already. And if they would have found, let's say, Serenade, they would have never be able to read that hint.
Well, never is a strong term. Going north to South Hyrule is a thing, certainly. Yeah. Was that just an arrow in the water, or did I misspeak that?
That was the sword.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Okay, where is our dive?
But, well, that very neatly answers the question about a path item on,
Okay, can we have a French vanilla scale here, please?
That would be hilarious.
Asking for a friend? Almost. And didn't even bother to save it. That is unfortunate. There's so many hints on Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And the save point takes you to CAC. That honestly not too bad.
Well, that's great for time of day management as well. Considering they don't have access to Sunsong because that's on Burning Cac. Just being able to go here at basically the perfect time of day to do the Danpei check later on is also really helpful.
Yeah, Danpei, you can pick up the tokens here. Yeah, this is a really nice location. Again, it's going back to adults. Suspecting that it might be a water temple, well, with the lake as well.
The question is, at this point, I think, do you go water temple or do you go Gerudo training ground? Gerudo training ground is a bit shaky because obviously there's 9 keys to the 22 checks in this dungeon, and quite a few checks that you can't get yet. 3 locked by a bow, 4 locked by a bow, and 4 by strength 2. So you're looking at math.
Because I have no way to go immediately from the start to the right side because we can blow up that guy over there. Requiem Mombolero.
More songs.
That's nice. I love these interchanging. I love these interchanging songs. You can just go around and getting a lot of them at the same time.
Yeah, that's very useful. Music-loving Goron. What?
Yep, that is this area.
Oh,
that
right,
was a hint about frogs there. Final looked at. It was very quick though. And we got Minuet as well.
Which
Minuet
gives us another
Rick.
song.
Yeah, this is great.
And
we could honestly see
logical access to Sacred Forest Meadow, and obviously, yeah, at this point you can just dip Forest Temple.
Yeah, why not?
For skulls, if nothing else, up to the courtyard certainly makes sense because you're grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4 skulls. I think at this point.
Yeah. Very fortunate that they picked up the Song of Time in at Dampe. Near Dampe, rather. At that Sungrave. So that's awesome. And there we have our first big Testing Forest Temple.
This is a disturbing amount of time I've recently seen this be an important item. Never mind the 30 skulls!
Bye-bye, Spider House. I would honestly almost consider just leaving after seeing that magic because, yeah, this is one of those boss that is great for farming skulls. This place is so linear; it's gonna take so long time to just run through here, just sticking around.
You're not completing it entirely, but I think the courtyard is a good shout.
Yeah, at least courtyard. Yeah, it will give you a song. So coming back here once you got bow might not be entirely too bad.
Yeah, we'll see, depending on the song layout, really. But at this point, going to the courtyard, grabbing the skulls on the way, just to make sure that you have enough skulls to get the 10 skull reward, is not a bad play. Nothing on the archway there either. I couldn't get a clear look on the Gavaroni side, but on What the Hell side, that clearly looked like a blue beat.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, just looking at our little music notes here. Yeah. We could see Nocturne, Serenade, or Storms behind Forest Temple. All three of them, honestly, not too bad.
Nocturne we know is dead.
Yeah. It serves as a good war point, though. So that is always something.
That's true. What the Hells is following Gavaroni into the Forest Temple here. Likewise, going to be very happy by what he sees in this first chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and WTH already on 8 as well. He will be able to get the 10 reward after this.
Meanwhile, Gavaroni would need to go Child again to get the Kakariko skulls to have basically a really easy way to go there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where this goes. After that, as you already speculated, I think going Lake and then dipping Water Temple might not be a bad idea. Considering just Lake is path anyway, so you want to exhaust your options there. Want to see if it's just path for the Kokiri sword, or if that scale to get the Kokiri sword is maybe also chilling in the lake.
Yeah, could be.
And otherwise, GTG is looking tempting just for density, even though you are looking at, in the worst case, just finding 6 items in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Gav might be going for the Skulltula here. No, okay. Never mind. He is either going Lake or Fortress now, definitely.
sure clearing out what he can of Hyrule Field.
Mm-hmm.
No bow, so no chance to fight that big Poe yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it's south to Lake.
Mm-hmm. We'll be checking the grotto on the way there.
And getting that information that Lake is path. Unfortunately for him, not getting that information as child, so he can see the most obvious path item straight away, but that's still good information for him.
Yeah. This is still the correct play to do, so if at least feel like the correct play at the moment.
Hey, where's what the hell's headed? Playing Bolero.
Yeah. Might be looking into checking around Gorn City and Death Mountain.
Reasonable. Can't do too much there without explosive and a bow.
Yeah.
But, ooh, we might be seeing some hint checks from Gav that what the hell never showed us.
Yeah, looking like it.
Yeah,
we got another.
that's the sick copy of the Lake Hylia path.
Oh, that is so bad.
That is actually pretty rude.
The news page has just picked up his 10th Skulltula. So he's pathing his way down to CAC.
And stick atop the Dodongo's Cavern. So he knows he's done collecting Skulltulas.
Yeah. Just the 5 rupee on top of the lab.
Can't
We
do
will not
anything
be
inside.
picking that up. Nope.
Oh wait, he does.
can-
He cannot. He has iron boots.
Yeah.
Also gets
He
to
is
another
also-
skull, obviously.
Yeah, also some nice rupees you can get here as well. He's showing off that he is on team always buy shields.
The only correct team.
Yeah. And 5 rupees for 10 Skulltula. Bye bye. By the house. We are never gonna see you again. At least on Hayes
Bye
side.
bye. Likewise, bye bye, Lake Lab. And let's see if fishing is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
This is all good information. What the hell? Still hasn't checked River, so I think he might. Oh, never mind. He's getting his ores.
Yeah. This might also be a lake one. Lake or fortress. Pretty sure I've seen both of those hints.
I think Gerudo.
Mm.
Strikes me as more suiting to what the hell's play style. That shows what I know. He's headed for Lake.
Immediately denied.
Yeah, absolutely. But at this point, I don't think we have any checks left in Kacker. Ooh, nice! That's
Hammer.
important. Hammer
That is
has
important.
been found. Okay, Hook is the
That
path
is
to King
probably-
Dodongo.
Yeah, it is.
And that completes that path to King Dodongo. That gives us access to Dodongo's Cavern.
Mm-hmm. It does. So that is gonna unlock the bombs in the Dodongo's cabin. I know.
Also
just to
mean-
find out what's in here then. Just
Also
one, just
means
going
that
in here
both
and activate.
scales. Sorry. Also means that both scales, as well as the other hook shot, as well as all bomb bags, are locked behind the hook shot today.
Yes, it does. But as I was gonna say, just going into a water temple and setting up your first win for later while you're here is probably the correct play.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, Hayes also picking out his hammer. And we see immediately a flute from Gav back to the crater.
Absolutely reasonable. He's going to go into DC. He's going to find his path item to King Dodongo inside DC, which I presume is just bombs, or an item that leads us to bombs. And then he's going to have his first dungeon completed. Does he stop by Goron City on the way and just clear out the maze and stuff? Or does he save that for when he has bombs?
Because of its route right now, it looks like he might be going to the top. He might be going that way. If that is the case, he might wait till afterwards. But yeah, maybe. Okay, we know we don't need the beams in the crater today.
Good information. Okay, Crater Grotto has more health as well as School of Stingers inside Jabu Jabu is dead. Okay.
Yeah.
That's boomerang chest.
Yeah, just use Rupee over there. Not gonna bother with the wall for now.
Ooh, we're seeing a bit of divergence here. What the hell has decided to clear out Hyrule Field before doing anything with else with that hammer?
That tells us that he is that was a water temple hint. I
was
able to
I think behind rolling boulders in Water Temple, but I didn't see the item. Oh, no. It was Central Pillar, says our almighty tracking spreadsheet.
Okay.
Which is getting updated in real time by our trackers and everyone helping out. And everyone watching this stream in the background.
Right. Because of his route, we might see, after he is second the boulder here, he might just head over to Fortress then.
Interesting. I'm not sure if I would agree with that play, given given the hints we have. But on the other hand, what the hell's is in the semifinals of Speedgaming? So and I'm not. So
River was path there as well.
River. I thought it was just the copy of DC to King Dodongo.
No, definitely so blue there.
Oh, river to Morpha for irons. Well, that's easy.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. To be fair, one of them doesn't know where it is. And there's a bomb bag.
There's a bomb bag inside Dodongo's cavern, as expected.
Yeah. To be fair, if it wasn't here, it would have either been on this next check or would have needed the strength or bow to be able to continue further. But thankfully he got it.
Yep, good. I mean, that was the only place this bomb bag was able to be at this point, or it would have needed to be a strength.
Yeah.
Right. Gav is going to check this relatively check-dense dungeon, and meanwhile, what the hell's happened is headed for Gerudo territory.
Yeah. Maybe do a little silky strat here.
Yep. Forcing the Gerudo guard to clip into the torch, which kind of locks her in place, and then you can just crouch stab her into oblivion.
Yep. And
another big chest at the end of the bridge.
Yeah, that might be something. We have found a lot of the bad big chests already, so very good chance that there's something good there. We have a heart here that Gavi's gonna skip.
Okay, big chest says pop juice.
Oh, alright then. Yeah, GTD time. If everybody in the chat prays enough, we might see toilets on our first trip here.
Oh gosh, we have everything to do that. Yeah. I mean, with as little gear as What the Hells has, no strengths. We might just to maximize the use he gets out of visiting GTG.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he doesn't have irons yet. He has not been to River.
Well then, never mind.
There we go. All of the Wolfos are down, as well as King Dugongo.
Yep. The culling of the enemies.
Mm-hmm. A vanilla heart container. And our second stone has been found.
Very nice.
We don't have, unfortunately, a GTG path. It's just we've gotten a lot of good stuff for it, so might be just going here for the big amount of checks that is here. There's another big Cester in CAC.
Well, hello. Possible path location for a slingshot. Not the path item.
Nope, not the path item.
Not the path item, because we actually do have another slingshot easily accessible on Skull Mask.
Yep. So, oh, look at that. The middle chest. It is one key over there in the maze. That is good. I just feel like in this one there is a lot of keys hidden behind either 2 strength or the bow.
That can actually be very good for the runners, depending on how the maze looks.
Mm-hmm. And so far we only seen one extra key in the maze. Okay, so another key. We have one key guaranteed locked behind the bow there. Unfortunately, no keys for Hayes here to continue further into the maze, so we just leave while Gavi is running around a little bit in Fire Temple. He's farming some rupees. Alright then, Hayes will cross the wasteland, which is weird why he would select that, because he has Requiem.
We have, I was gonna say, we have Requiem and we have, what we don't have is any fire source, so,
A little bit lapse of memory here, perhaps.
I was gonna say, bit of a brain fart. But that happens.
No, this is for bomb shoes, maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Man wants explosives. But he did pick up that hammer.
I'm trying to think. And the only thing I can think of wanting to have those is for Fight and for Vagia. But wouldn't you just bet on getting other bomb shoes at other places? Maybe he wants to guarantee you having bomb shoes once he gets to Ganon's castle.
I think it's more just he wants to make sure that he can finish Dodongo's Cavern. I think he might have not seen the second Dodongo's Cavern to King Dodongo hint. He's getting answered to finish a dungeon.
Yeah, that might be it.
Hammer and 10 bomb shoes takes you places. Like that is most of the explosives you need for your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. There we go. He doesn't have the irons because, and he doesn't have that hint because all of that was in River.
Yeah. All right. Fire arrows.
Sure.
That is a well-defined hint. That was a very nice freeze on Gav's forehead.
I think Gav has not quite hit 10 skulls yet, right?
I don't believe he have. He is 1 or 2 away. Hayes is gonna take a round in Ganon City now.
Yep.
Probably doing mate.
Yeah, another thing that he wanted bomb shoes for is certainly to stop Link the Goron.
Ooh, the hint.
And the hint
Not
as well.
not everyone goes for this one.
Lake to Goma.
Yeah. If you ever were to do pot
Wait, that's a double hint. That's a double path.
Yeah, it is. That is ugly.
Because we definitely did have 3 of those hints now. Hyrule Field Open Grotto, Lake right next to the lab, and now next to Medigoron.
Oh boy.
Yeah! Lake has another item that will lead us on our way to Goma. And it won't be for a slingshot. It must be for a scale.
Yeah, must be shooting the sun.
Yeah. Or the hammer somehow locks the scale.
Yeah, that could also happen.
Either hammer locking a scale. No, wait. It can't be. Because the hammer is already claimed for... No, wait. Oh, gosh. That's getting into the weeds of path logic. I think it can be the hammer being the item that is our path item in Lake. Because the hook shot is hinted inside Kakariko as the path item, so it's not pointing at the hammer as such. And so that can be the item, but it can also just be on Shoot the Sun.
Yeah, my money's on Shooting the Sun here.
Debatable. We'll see. I think I'll take that bet. I would say it's the hammer.
It depends on how deep. And it depends on how deep Gav will have to go into Fire Temple. And so far, we haven't really seen anything there.
Yeah, at the moment, very, very much of a dead dungeon. Though there was a big chest in the shortcut, and Gav obviously remembered that. So let's see what we have. A claim check, which we don't need.
Yes, we don't need that. I like that pose that Hayes is spotting right now.
Yep, very dynamic. And Boomerang chest still dead. Now, what the hell knows that as well?
Yep. This might be just Hayes saying, yeah, let's just do where the don goes.
Yep, that is my assumption as well. And he's gonna be very happy to learn that he needs that the bomb back he needs was right there.
Yep. There we go, the final skull for Gav.
Yep, that's done.
And that, honestly, right now, that hint that we got there is so good for Hayes.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very helpful for him, because it will push him towards river, it will get him the iron boots. It will also get him the hint stones that Gavaroni has been working off of for the last half hour or so.
Oh, that is close, Gav. 2 seconds.
2 seconds is plenty of time. All seconds but the last one are fungible.
It's fungible, but it makes you very scared when at times.
Yeah, it does, but you know, these folks are professionals. Remember, folks, stunts performed by professional players on closed course. Do not attempt.
Yeah, there's a reason why these players are in the semifinals.
Yeah. So let's recap just briefly what all is locked behind the hook shot from Kakariko just because it's path to King Dodongo. All bomb decks, all strengths, all scales, because that would have given access to... No, wait. Not the scales.
Not the scales.
How did we reach that conclusion earlier on?
I don't know. It was you that proposed it for the first place.
Never mind the scales. I was just... Yeah, no. The scales... my brain went places. I'm not saying which places. The wrong places. And so... Yeah, no, it's all strengths, all the other hook shot, obviously, as well as all bomb bags. So plenty of things locked behind that hook shot. In this case, with all the bomb bags, I would even assume a lot of them will be locked, will be either bomb or hammer locked as well, which implies that, or they have to be bomb or hammer locked in this case, because DC is the one accessible bomb bag, and it's definitely path for that.
Yep.
So yeah, fun times.
Yep, definitely. I wonder if Hayes was really happy about finding those bomb suits in DC.
I don't think he was. Buys bomb shoes, gets another bomb shoe pack, gets another bomb shoe pack. As well as bomb bag.
Yep.
Right, here's highest Goron check from Gavaroni. He wouldn't be checking this if he hadn't peeked this earlier, I think.
He didn't peek it earlier.
Chest.
Ooh, let's go, come on. One of the remaining ammo ones. There's
strong! There we go. That's not logical first strength. It is logically strength locked.
Yeah, it is.
But do we care? Hell no.
Definitely no.
Why are we saying this is logically strength locked? Just to be sure, for people who might not be as familiar. The block you have to push about halfway up the first time you see the chest in the shortcut. Like at the bottom end of the shortcut in this dungeon, is a strength block. You need at least one strength to be able to push that.
Yep.
We get around that with a ground jump, but yeah, strength block from there on out.
Mm-hmm. Alright then, Volvagia for Gav.
Shouldn't be any trouble with 54 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of bombs, a few bombs here and there. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, the trick here for anybody looking and wondering, there are two hitboxes for Volvagia. One when he's flying in the air, and one when he is erupting from the ground. And Gav is constantly damaging the one that is normally flying around by putting bombs in these little lava pockets. Yes. So yeah, that is how you do the quick kill on him. When you put it on the lava pockets, make sure to put them a little bit to the side. Don't put them straight in the middle, because then you're not gonna hit. Yeah, very solid Volvagia kill there. Had just enough damage done so that when Volvagia popped up from where grounded Volvagia was, where the flying one was good. Mirror shield!
Hello. That's kind of important. Kind of, I say, because in theory we probably don't need a Spirit Temple, but it's good to have the item.
Yeah, it is good to have. There are a few places that would require Mirror Shield to get checks done. Hopefully we don't need to go to them, but you never know.
Exactly 3 checks in Spirit Temple.
Mm-hmm.
But that's enough. If those will have your item that you need to complete the seed, I don't know. Those might have your light arrows or whatever. Then you're going there. It's good to have the mirror shield. Great technique from What the Hell's here, getting the iron boots with that jump strategy.
Yeah, we did see Gav also utilizing that earlier. It's a very, very solid strategy. Okay, link to Goron is nothing.
Yep.
So we just wanted to run out of other items that could be pointed with the hammer.
Ooh, Gav is checking the Medigoron hint as well. It makes sense. You have hammer, which makes that super quick, and Gav now should also know. Wait a minute, Lake Hylia is the path for Goma, not just for the Kokiri sword, but for something else.
Yes.
And again, my money is on hammer locking the scales. Your money is on something being on shoot the sun. So we'll see.
Yep. And Gav is checking as well with a little spin. You can shutting up of the spin speed you can do to check the back here. Hayes is also going Fire Temple now. So I wonder how long it would take to see our two remaining grottos in the field. A long time that would take to be spotted.
It will take a moment, I think. Gavaroni will want to look at Child Lake. Will not probably not be too happy about seeing just a Kokiri sword underwater there.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I'm not sure when the two of them will route in Morphofield. It's kind of they have a lot of warp songs that give them the ability to kind of just route around the field a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we apologize about the freezing video feeds. Unfortunately, nothing we can do. That is a bit of an issue with the streaming server setup that we're using.
Yeah, the voices in our head tells us that it is not on our restreamers' fault. It is something out of their hands, unfortunately.
Yep. Oh, hello! There's a bow. Bonlock bow.
I'm suddenly feeling much better than before.
Yeah. Gavaroni too, probably. And he will also be very happy that he delayed his dip into Gerudo Training Ground until now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, What the Hells is steadily on his way through Fire Temple, has now completed the boss key loop. And there's the bow for Gavaroni, and does not want to play again. Wait, was that the second reward? I think it was the first.
That was the first. He's missing 4 rupees for second reward.
Oh, god. Dang, okay.
That is very unfortunate.
Okay, he's farming some rupees and getting back, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe we are entirely wrong. Also, welcome Raiders!
Showing us the Boulder of Destiny, and hello Trails and friends, welcome in.
Oh, there we have something. Hover boots!
Okay. These are logically not required for the Fire Temple. We have enough keys to get all the way to the top without hover boots.
Yeah, we did see H up. We did see Gav up there. He just did a fancy jump instead of knocking down the pillar.
Yeah.
He's not gonna peek into the Tick-Type Grotto though. He's gonna wait with that one for later. Alright, so we did have a few people come in here. Why not do a little like, let's say 30-second recap.
30-second recap. Alright, let's go. We have 2 paths to King Dodongo, one's in Kakariko, and one's in Dodongo's Cavern itself. Dodongo's Cavern path was easily resolved as just a bomb bag, but to get there, we needed a hammer, which we got with the hook shot we found in Kakariko. We also have 2 Lake Hylia to Queen Goma paths, i.e. Both the Kokiri sword that is in Child Lake Hylia, as well as something else in Lake Hylia that is required to get the Kokiri sword. It won't be to get any slingshots, no shenanigans on that end, because there are 2 slingshots available to us. In other news, What the Hells has, I think, taken a slightly less efficient route than Gavaroni in this particular case. He has, instead of taking that hammer and basically immediately going towards Dodongo's Cavern, has chosen to instead look at bomb lock checks a little bit, and also has decided to buy bomb chews before ever stepping foot in Dodongo's Cavern, because he was missing the hint that Dodongo's Cavern is path to King Dodongo. That hint is in Zora's River. By now he has that information. By now he has that information, but he didn't at the time, and that's why he took a slightly less ideal route, which cost him a few minutes. How's that for a 30-second recap that probably took a minute?
Pretty good. It took about, I'm not counting, about 90. But it's fine. I don't know. I don't have a stopwatch on me.
Well, we'll check the VOD later.
Yeah.
In any case, there's Gavaroni getting the unfortunate info that, yes, a scaleless heart required the seed.
Yeah. So yeah, we are currently just watching. They are quite not doing what the other person have already done. So we also have a sort of soft recap then on from both of them as well.
Well, I did my version of the recap. You can do yours. But yeah, it's also time for shoutouts. We have time to shout out everyone who's making this free stream possible. Obviously, first of all, go follow our runners. What the hell's happened in Gavaroni? Their Twitch URLs are in chat right now. They graciously agreed to allow us to restream these races, so it was great. And also, thank you to our trackers, Mira and Lady Draco, for keeping us abreast of what is going on in this race. And also, thank you to my co-commentator, Angels, for being here and making sure that our viewer count doesn't dip into the negatives, which is what would happen if I were to solo com.
I thought that was my job. But yeah, thanks so much also to Tobias for also jumping in here last second as well. I would have had a very different commentator otherwise.
We would have had Star, which is, you know, also a great who's also a great co-commentator. So
to be fair,
I don't think you could have lost this one.
I was gonna say, this is the semifinals. We want the big guns for the finals.
That is true. All right. Gavaroni is showing us new checks. We are seeing, for the first time, Hyrule Castle Ferry, which is just a heart. A recovery heart. Now, will he get Castle Hint too? I don't know. I don't think we're that starved for information. Nah, he's getting caught.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think all we are missing in terms of hints is just 2 sometimes hints. So not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
What the hell's about to be very happy about finding that first strength? Out of logic, but who cares? That also gives him a bit of an indication, of course, as to where other strengths could be. Because at least one strength will need to be available before this one.
Yep.
Oh, very nice technique here, jumping in between the pillar and the fence post here.
I have not seen that one before.
And Gavaroni is now checking tic-tac-toe. Wouldn't it be mean if that were a scale? It'd be accessible.
There's a strength there.
That looked like
There's
a strength upgrade. Alright, we're going adult. Give me that strength upgrade.
Quickly.
It's a strength upgrade, and with strength 2 you can do a lot in this game.
Yeah, that is the first strength according to logic.
Yep.
Yeah, that being hammerlock makes sense as well when we are thinking of the hammer, so you're probably correct. A bit.
Well, we'll see. We still don't know where a scale is, so... But obviously Gav is not going to wait for long to go adult and to get that strength upgrade. That will allow him to full clear Gerudo Training Ground.
Yeah, and remember, the middle cest in the maze there is a big cest.
Oh dear.
And Gabo was picking up his fire arrows. It seems like at the moment that the bow we saw Gav found is the first bow as well, so...
Yeah. Which is also not kind, but let's see if Slingshot minigame is anything today. Oh, it's not, just some cash. So it looks like Gav has decided... He had originally played Prelude, but it looks like he has decided to stay child a little bit longer. And clear up the child checks that he can.
Yeah, probably pathing into... Yeah, he's pathing into Goron City as well. That makes sense. He can do all of the child checks here. Well, one of them we know is not needed. At the same time, H has gone into his Wobagia fight.
So, Gavaroni's... Let's talk a bit about, or speculate a bit about the future. Gavaroni's routing in the early game has given him first an information advantage and then a pretty significant time advantage at this point. He's, I would say, 5 minutes ahead in terms of just the checks he did, or the information that he looked at.
Yeah, definitely. Gav might have to be careful. He's starting to go a little bit low on the bomb count.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of money to buy new ones. But I think that worked. No. Ooh. Well, that gives him a little more money to buy new bombs. But
that is not going to be enough, though.
No.
If it was only the next one, he would have gotten some bombs.
Yep, and it does look like he also didn't have luck catching a rolling Goron here, Hot Roller Goron.
We had to wait a few extra seconds. There's scale.
There's a scale. Okay. Hard, explosive locked. That totally makes sense.
Yeah,
The hammer,
that is definitely the hammer locking that, yeah.
Yeah, hammer lock bombs, and bombs lock this scale. Okay, got our logic figured out.
Yeah, we got it.
But yeah, the advantage for Gav just seems to continue stacking up here. Yeah, so with the scale, Gavaroni is now headed through the shortcut to Zora's River, into Zora's domain, over to Lake Hylia to pick up that Kokiri sword. He will probably do Zora's domain checks on the way. Just no, never mind. He will not, because that's a foolish location. But
yeah, he should not do that. He should not do that.
If he does, it's a momentary lapse of judgment. But what I was talking about earlier was that What the Hell seems to have accumulated a bit of a time disadvantage. How does a world look like in which he catches that up, would you say?
It would have to be a gamble between going completely clearing out TTG versus Ganon's Castle, almost. It all depends on where Longshot is.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Longshot's location. I mean, what else do we need to still to complete the game? We have the means
light
to dig a
arrows,
tree.
but light arrows.
Both of them have
gonna get
made
fire.
Yeah, both of them have done fire. So yeah,
there's not a lot of wiggle room here, unfortunately.
Longshot and light arrows. That's actually it.
We do have a little bit of extended break here on Gav. To be fair, it has been over an hour. Make sure to get your drink check while you're at it.
Yep.
Maybe stand up and stretch a bit.
It's the 7th inning stretch, is what you're saying?
Yep. Hayes is also gonna check out this top of high roll field grottos. Yeah, it is gonna be the tech grotto for H as well.
He's gonna be excited.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be particularly happy about the way the seed is going for him.
Yeah.
I gather.
No. That was a lucky ritual.
I see. All right, What the Hell's is going to play Prelude here, but like Gavaroni walks back out of Temple of Time. Stays child for a wee bit longer. Let's see. He's gonna be very happy to see the bow here on Bombchu Bowling. Has 70 rupees, so we are going to see both Bombchu Bowling checks from him.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. The bow was in fact the second Bombchu Bowling check.
Okay, good.
That's actually good news.
Yeah, it is. There you go. He's picking up his bow.
Now, a lot hinges on where he goes next. If he is headed into Goron City, Child Goron City as well, then everything is well, and he will not lose any additional time to Gavaroni. If he kind of skips that, if he has another thing in mind, he might be losing a few more minutes. We'll see. But he's definitely seems to be headed the right way. He seems to be headed down into Lost Woods and then likely into Child Goron City next.
Definitely. Yeah, so just to recap a little bit for people who have just joined, this is the second semi-final Game 3 between WTHH, which is also known as What the Hell Happened, versus Gav. The winner of this one is gonna go up against CC in the final. Well, this is the online tournament for Speedgaming Live, happening in November between 9th and 12th in Herndon, West Virginia. There is the in-person tournament. You can get your tickets to that if you have your ways around there. Yeah, make sure to do that because it is gonna be a fun week, basically. I'm pretty sure you are gonna be there and I'm gonna be there, so...
I am not sure if I can make it yet, but I'm definitely gonna try. We'll see.
Yeah, do that. Definitely. So just opening up the website a little bit quickly. If you go there, the price, the money that our runners are paid for there is $865 prize pool.
Yep.
While there is also Wind Waker rando, Super Metroid Dash rando, A Link to the Past rando, Final Fantasy rando. There are other stuff that is not rando, by the way, on that tournament.
Yep, it is not just randomizers, but randomizers happen to be a popular speed gaming category at the moment.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 of the tournaments are rando. Yeah, let's not forget, these guys are paying for their portion of the $1,300 that is the prize pool for this tournament.
Yep, and I think both of them are already in a place to be in the money, as it would be said in poker. So
yeah, definitely.
Gavaroni is now in Water Temple. Makes a lot of sense, especially considering he did find the long shot, which we kind of neglected to say. Apologies.
Yep. Apology accepted. Where did we see? Where did he pick up that hook shot? I must have blanked for a little time there.
Honestly, I kind of blanked as well. But must have been maybe while we were while there was a bit of a stream delay.
Yeah.
But we're here now. This also means that Gavaroni is light arrows from go mode, or as we say in the jargon, in glow mode. He needs only to find the light arrows, and that one is hinted.
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna assume that he got long shot in Deku?
Quite likely, yes.
We did have some freezes in there. This is right now Gav's race to lose.
Oh, definitely.
but WTH is on the right way, so he's definitely not out of running yet. Here's a good thing also for both of them. With the light arrow hint, there's only so many places it can be at, and a few of the most hungry places, if you call it like that, is GTG, and both of them know where an extra strength is, so that is nice.
Are there any really actually nasty places light arrows can be at this point?
Because we haven't found Ruto's ladder behind that.
Behind Rudo's ladder, it could be. It could also just be strength 3 locked if he says in my castle or outside my castle. That's a bit of an annoyance, because at that point you basically neutralize the race. At that point you have zero indication as to where those light arrows. There's the long shot. Okay, it was in Deku Tree.
In the lobby. Yeah, those are probably the nastiest at the moment.
Yep. So, yeah, strength 3 locked is a bit, or is actually a chance for what the hells, because that will basically boil down to who gambled the right place first. There is no indication as to where strength 3 would be at this point, so that could be some outs for what the hells. Likewise with places like inside. Oh no, Shadow Temple is junk. So
just looking among our hints here, there are 2 hints we haven't seen. But are you really running around looking for hints at the moment in just a hope that the item it's hinting is the one that you are going forwards?
Also true. Also, Star is pointing out in chat there might be a sign of strength 3 actually. Note that we did not get a Volvagia path and fire was strength locked. So the strength upgrade in Tektite Grotto isn't the only one that is accessible.
That is very true. There we go, Goma down for H. Oh, we are at least getting Sutas on. That was nothing. Thank you, Gav, for at least showing us. Just rub it in my scars.
Well, it happens.
Yep.
Okay. What the hell seems to be less than enthused about how to see this going if the angry shield flicks are any indication. Gavaroni is now headed into Ganon's castle to get the information about where those light arrows are, so this could resolve very, very quickly.
And just speaking also in other things as well, Gav just have more items. If, for example, if we point forward Spirit Temple, Gav has the items for it, so more likely that Gav is in a better position here.
Quite likely, yeah, but we'll see.
It all depends on what that lonely big goblin up there is saying. I have a small key. You are probably picking that up just in case.
Yeah,
Or are you?
I think, or not.
I think you should pick that up just in case. Whenever you are, if you don't know what light arrow is and you have the whole castle remaining.
Yeah, but you're getting the rest of the castle checks first anyway. So you know that there are 3 keys in Ganon's castle. Whoop! Gavaroni taking a tour on Iron Knuckle Airways.
Yeah. Be careful, they do hurt.
Yeah, they hit like a freight train. They hit you for 4 hearts of damage, but quite evidently did not end up dying to them. Is now past their room. And let's hope we get a bit of more of a stable stream to learn where those light arrows are.
It almost looks like the door has teeth.
It does.
Come on, come back, come back. We don't want to miss the hint. But we have probably missed it now.
Yep, there was a reset. We got back just in time for the reset, so we'll get it. Okay. Chet's claiming inside his castle. Oh boy. All right, so there's a 50-50 chance right now, or slightly worse than 50-50, that the light arrows are accessible to Gavaroni right now. There are 8 checks inside Light Trial, and there are 8 checks outside of Light Trial in Ganon's castle. We've already seen 2. We've seen the one in the Stalfos room, we've seen the one in Forest Trial, and we've now seen the 2 in Water Trial. 4 checks remaining. At this point, 2/3 odds that the light arrows are inside Light Trial.
Okay, not the first in Shadow.
Off we go. Shadow Trial 2 says...
No.
So, okay, so we have 2 checks left. Both are in Spirit Trial.
Yeah. Get your bomb suits out, everybody.
Nah, he's just gonna bow extend.
Yeah, he doesn't have any...
he has to bow extend because he doesn't have bomb shoes. And to save himself the trouble, he put the Lens of Truth on to see that to see if that chest is what he needs or not.
Mm-hmm. It could be something else though. Hopefully it isn't. Okay, it's not
Alright,
that.
one more chance for this seed to not suck. I didn't see it.
It is not!
It is in Light Trial. Okay, we need strength 3 from somewhere. We don't know where. Anywhere in the seed will yield us the item we need to get...
This is the best possible thing that can happen to Hayes at the moment.
Absolutely. This basically neutralizes the race. It is now just a matter of checks per minute and gambling on the right place first.
Okay, so let's try to get a few non-strength locked places then. so we can get those ones first lockdown. And we have Child Spirit is one that seems really nice right now. What more do we have?
Yeah, everything in Spirit that's child accessible is one thing. For the rest of Forest Temple is another. We are not explicitly strength locked out of there yet, though. Yes, you need Forest Temple You need strength to complete Forest Temple. No, wait, that's one strength locked. It's not two strengths locked though.
That makes sense with the big Poe here first, though.
Yeah, big pose is one of those lonely checks that
Can we get some guesses in the chat what we think the final strength is?
we also have Lens of Truth, so treasure chest minigame is in play.
Mm-hmm. Do we potentially get an audio switch?
Absolutely. Boop.
Thank you. Yeah, Gav running over here and picking up his second strength. Makes sense, he's practically there. That is an immediate flute over to Spirit Temple.
Oh. So here's where what Star said actually comes in. Yeah, the rest of Forest is strength locked, as Star pointed out in chat, and Child Side Spirit or Child Accessible Spirit is actually a really good bet for the third strength.
Mm-hmm. We are getting Fairy
also,
and Wasteland though.
Fairies,
right now.
Fairies as well. Haunted Wasteland check. Not possible because we don't have Din's Fire or Fire Arrow. No, we do have Fire Arrows on the Hell side, but I don't think on Gavaroni's side.
Both. Gav has gone back, was in Lost Woods.
Alright.
Also, he has it equipped there on C, right?
Oh yeah, good point. I was just going by the trackers.
Yeah. The Hayes now is making his way up the gauntlet as well.
Yeah, GTG Center is likely not the thing, but there are plenty of strength locked and bow locked checks left in GTG that we haven't seen yet. So that's also a possibility.
Yep.
Though ideally you would want the bow lock checks if you're following the idea that Fire Temple is strength locked. The second strength is in Fire Temple, so the third strength needs to be, and we didn't get a path for Volvagia at all. So that path could have been a strength upgrade if there were only one strength upgrade available. I.e., there has to be another strength upgrade available without needing strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the logic we've been banging on about for the last 5 minutes or so.
It seems like Gav is thinking of the GTG though. And the Hayes Copter has officially taken out the Iron Knuckles.
It has. So the thing is, obviously, we on commentary and in chat know twice as much as either runner, right? So just because a runner might not be prioritizing 0 strength checks doesn't mean they're like a bad player. It just means that they A, have less information than we do, and B, they need to play a video game on the side. You know, they're not just playing the solving the puzzle like we are.
Yeah. Well, so speak for yourself. I only have 3 brain cells. I probably know less.
I assume that's not true, but you know, you do you. Right, what the hell's not enthused about his chances here?
Yeah. Oh wow, Ganon is very, very ugly there.
Is he intentionally waiting to get killed? No, probably just needed to reach over to his Wii to hit the reset button.
Yeah. It all depends on how your setup is. Okay.
Wants to reset for Roar's Wind, or wanted to make sure that it was in the right place.
Yeah. Did he miss the hint?
I think he might.
He might have spammed through the text
he spent through the text too quickly. You are right. And that's why he was standing there just waiting like, oops. Alright, another peek at the maze. Center chest is big. What else do we see? Goldfish brain, yeah.
I did like the comment from Mr.
Castle.
Mario. I do like the comment from Mr. Mario in chat. I'm not gonna read it out.
Oh wow, yeah, that's ooh, spicy, but
yeah, Hayes is now gonna take his time to check out those 8 checks. Well, it makes sense that Gav actually goes here. He has not been here yet, so him running to GG makes sense.
yeah, light arrows for taunt. Strength 3 for light arrows. Yes. All right. So as you said, it does absolutely make sense for Gav to be here, just because of density reasons. You want as many checks per minute as possible in these situations where you have, in his mind, probably very little indication as to where his third strength could be.
Yeah, well, also in his case here, is that he had a bow before Hayes was here, so he's gonna be able to just get more stuff in here as well. So, and we don't know what one of the big sets are. So,
yep, but that is most very likely strength locked. I don't see all keys being available without strength.
Depends on what is in toilet, right?
I didn't count my keys that well, I don't know. We'll see. But if there's even one key in the big in the strength 2 room, then the center of GTG maze is strength 2 locked. And that was intended by What the Hells.
Definitely. Do you think, after having looked at all the checks in here, do you think Hayes' first reaction is going back to GTG, or is it go somewhere else?
That's a really good question. That also depends on where he thinks the strength 3 might be. I think the first step is to grab strength 2 out of Tektite Grotto regardless.
Yeah.
But where to next? It might be that he actually susses out the same logic quirk as Star pointed out in chat, or the reason why we're saying that the last strength actually can't really be strength locked. But that really depends on.
Yeah,
great
it all
timing.
depends. Yeah. Yeah, the connection between Speedgaming's Restream server and Twitch has been great today.
Yeah.
It at least wasn't a key. We can see that on the counter.
That is true. There wasn't a single key inside the Strength 2 room, so whatever it was. Center Maze is not strength locked in this case.
Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, as Star has been saying in chat, all we know is that 2 of the strengths have to be available before fire.
Okay, there's another key in early in hidden ceiling in the maze. So Gav needs exactly 1 more key.
Yeah.
I think he has also peeked that there is 1 more key just sitting in the maze.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no toilet right now. All of us, a lot of people is gonna be sad about that.
Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles today.
Yep.
Yep, there's the last key that Gav needs, so we will see what is in GGG chest.
And look at Hayes. Hayes is gunning back to GTG as well.
If this is the light arrows, I think Gavaroni has this. There's no way that what the hells would catch up in this case. It is a bomb bag.
Ooh. Are you gunning? Are you gunning Child Spirit now?
I think so.
Okay.
Child accessible
like
spirit is your next biggest target. But it looks like Gavaroni just headed adult spirit.
Yeah, to be fair, you can get a lot of chicks of the child chicks through adult side. Still a little bit iffy about this though. Going adult.
Yeah, the two child side checks are what worries me. These two, like the early adult checks, if we are correct in terms of where the strength might be, can't be the culprits. They will allow us access further into the dungeon, but they won't be the items we need. Anything child accessible. So the first 2 child checks that are child exclusive, even the 2 in the room with a bombable wall. The 2, I think that the very top got peaked and is nothing. So that leaves 5 child accessible checks here that are interesting.
And 2 keys on adult side.
Interesting. So for this theory of ours about strength 3 access to hold any water, we do need a key child side.
Yeah. With these
They're
two
also
sets,
not
they're probably going to be
exclusive.
nothing. Yep.
That is our assumption.
Yeah, Hayes is also running through, getting the remaining ones here as well. Really route. He might be dipping into toilet.
We shall see.
Oh, that's
First, more
key.
adult
That
accessible
might stop him
here.
though. Yep, that key says stopped him. There's another key there. And time for some fire arrows.
Wait, that's keys 3 and 4. The fifth key would need to be in the early child checks at this point.
Yeah, it would have to. There is a big
Big
chest.
chest. And
Ooh.
nope, it's not that. That's not strength through strength accessible. This is the last key.
Yeah, it is.
So I think we can write off Spirit Temple.
Are you sure with the two side one down there? There's an that
no, the
big chest
child
is
checks
stopped.
in Spirit Temple. You're right. The two child checks in Spirit Temple could be it.
Oh
But
my
specifically
God,
the child
scale.
checks. That's
That scale is ugly.
for sure. Progression items can be boss rewards. Every boss drops 2 things. It drops its dungeon medallion, and it drops its item or an item.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Logic has tied itself into a knot in my brain. Let's untangle this. All 5 keys require Link to be an adult to get them. In Spirit Temple. I.e., all 5 keys require Strength 2. The only 2 checks that don't require Strength 2 in Spirit Temple are the 2 early child side checks. And they, as we now know, are both items. Now we have all 5.
That was the final. That was fine one.
I miscounted them.
Yeah,
Apologies.
you said I had more the 3 and 4.
Oh, right. Okay, that was just 3. Well, I was wrong, but only accidentally. Sorry, I was right, but only accidentally in what I said after that. Yeah.
Okay, so we still have the 2 sets at the 2 start side sets that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is
Those
the
are
only thing really that Gab should be thinking about right now.
He might do Sunblock Room first. And or... No, he said it farther up.
Yeah.
Probably he was thinking about doing Sunblock Room and then decided against it. He's headed for Zelda's Lullaby locked the... Oh, sorry. I'll be right back.
Yep. I'm trying to think what else we are with that. Yeah, even with how I'm thinking about what you will get from just finishing off Spirit, as that is what Gav is looking at here. We're still working in those strength restrictions. And I was thinking maybe if he was looking for Storm, but that seems wrong as well. Well, now he's running away. Oh, sniped by the laser. Both of our runners have landed on the same one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that might actually be a thing. That you might be correct about that star.
Alright, apologies. That was the doorbell.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
It's fine. Gav and Hayes continue checking stuff in Spirit. Gav has checked every single chest now that isn't on the two first ones.
Now he's playing Bolero. Is he thinking about Ice Cavern? He found Rudolph's letter just now.
Yeah, he did. I don't like that because we are still then not back on the same things. I am inclined to think about what Star is proposing in the chat there with potential storm on OOT, which would give us well.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, where are you going?
Yeah, Gav is headed to Ice Cavern. He's
Okay.
getting lured by the 4 checks. Actually 6 checks if you think about Fountain as well as the song.
Yeah. I think this is the wrong choice, though.
Yes, but remember, again, we in the commentary booth and in the chat have the opportunity to puzzle this kinds of thing together. These two are playing basically at this point on the basis of I need to do as many checks per minute as I can, and I need to just find that strength 3 with basically no indication as to where it could be. And, from that point of view, you're looking to do dungeons or places that give you as many checks as possible in as short a time as possible, regardless of their access requirements. Hence why they're both hence why they were both in GTG. Hence why they now both have checked Spirit, and why Gavaroni is now headed for Ice Cavern.
Yeah.
Is what the hell's actually planning on? Oh, okay, Bolero. Yeah. They are
Same.
basically just, they're doing the same thing. They are
Yeah, they're having the same mindset here.
checks per minute.
Mhm.
Just go by density, go by where can I get as many checks done as possible in as short a time as possible.
Mhm.
And also they're hoping for Ice Cavern to give them a useful song, give them something that will give them access to more places.
But they're looking at either Serenade, Nocturne, or Storm.
Serenade, Nocturne or Storms, yeah, but well, 2 out of 3 chance that 2 out of 3 chance that there's a useful song there. Well, Nocturne, no. 1 out of 3. Nocturne doesn't unlock any useful items.
Yeah, it doesn't.
2 out of 3 chances is useless.
Yeah.
So,
We're having. Never mind. Go ahead.
with Rudo's letter being where it was in spirit, anything behind King Zora here is strength blocked.
Yeah, it is.
Which also means that whatever song we get here, it won't help us.
Yeah, everything here is useless. I really don't want to see Storm here. Storm would throw this into Luke. And probably trap Gav and H in the well.
Well, it would make them go child, though, which is a good thing. Okay, so basically what the hell's is at this point exactly 1 Ice Cavern behind.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Serenade. Okay, that's actually the best case scenario, and lends more merit to Star's idea that there's storms on Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gavaroni is now going child. Is very likely going to be headed for the song in the moat, as well as more child checks, obviously.
Yeah.
He now has Serenade. Interesting. So the quickest way to get the song from Ocarina of Time is to play Serenade and take the Owl Express back to the gate of Hyrule Castle Town.
Yeah. The Gebora Air.
Gebora Air, exactly. What's left? Asks Say. Some stuff in water. Yeah. We have seen Hyrule Castle Ferry.
the 2 checks on Child Spirit.
Yeah, the two child spirit checks. It's not a lot, and obviously with very likely this being storms, the well, and the rest of Forest Temple, but also the rest of Forest Temple is also strength locked.
Yeah, it
as is Jabu.
Yep. We have already done the courtyard here. Jabu is behind strength. There's not a lot left, yeah. And there's storms. You are gunning to either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is saving crits to CAC.
Yeah, they're getting it into well. I don't see well having their light arrows if their strength 3 if what we have sussed out holds water. We'll see.
Here is a nice thing with Storm as well, is that the other 2 places that get unlocked with Storm are both foolish. The Storm can only point you to well. Yeah, from 1 as well.
Oh yeah, I stand corrected. The well can have it. It's hammer and bomb, hammer and hook block, but I don't think it's strength block as such.
Yeah, there are multiple ones in there. You don't have to have bomb and stuff like that.
Alright, so this might very well be the place for Gavaroni. Small chest.
Yeah, 3 small chests so far. There's a big chest over there.
Oh, and that's bomb locked.
And they
And
gave
gives
you
you
more
more
bombs.
Of the crawly variety.
And there is another small chest.
We know Dead Hand has a small key and a useless item.
And there is a stick in the grave. We are rapidly running out of places in here as well.
All that's
The
left at
haze
this
is,
point is, I think, lock pits, right? Lock pits, like, and...
This one.
Oh, and this one!
Which is normally one of the first one people tend to open.
And that's definitely bomb locked. Okay. Gav, reminder, you do need 1 small key.
Yeah, you do need 1 small key, yeah, to be able to do the ones on the right. Is it just very funny that the final bomb bag is in fact over there?
Small chest in with the like.
Yeah. Okay, time for the bats.
Another small chest with the BMOs. 1 more chance, but I don't think we've seen 3 keys yet. No,
Not here.
it's not here.
And we are seeing immediately the Requiem being played.
Yep, Child Spirit, here we go. After that, likely... After that, likely Minuet and check Frogs 1.
Yeah. And Hayes is just about to enter well as well.
Right, this one is
Nothing.
junk.
Okay, one more.
Can take a quick peek on the other side of the bridge to even see if you need to. Nope.
Nope.
Junk.
We are Minuet into Frog 1.
Yeah, Minuet into Frogs 1. Here we go. This is getting extremely bottlenecked.
Yeah, Side Spirit was not hooked and hammerlocked, so. He did not immediately exit Lost Woods. That is good. He remembered the foolish hint.
Straight for Frogs 1. And that basically exhausts the amount of checks we got with the storm, with the Song of Storms.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there if this isn't it?
Oh boy.
Water Temple?
Yeah. There it
It's
is.
strength 3, there we go. I think
Go
that's
mode, finally.
that'll be it. That's all she wrote. Yep, and that is GG in Gavaroni's favor.
Yeah.
Don't like calling games early, but this isn't calling it early. This is just stating facts. There is no way that What the Hell catches this up.
Yeah.
He has, to note, caught up significantly compared to where they were when they both got the light arrows hint. He's
one advantage
maybe
here,
a
though.
minute-
Hayes is not going for Side Spirit. He's immediately going the correct way.
Yeah.
That
He's
is at least one good thing.
Yeah, definitely that saved him a minute or two. And at this point, he is maybe a minute or two behind Gavaroni.
And if you have a bad fight, that can be made up.
Yeah, no, I don't see Gav losing 2 minutes by killing Ganon. And Muscle Memory dropping Varroa's Wind in here again. Oh, yeah. You do need to pick up Ganon's boss key.
Yeah, you need to pick it up. And then you need to go and pick up light arrows. You can't just leave you can't just immediately go in.
Yeah, you need light arrows. Never mind. I'm just brain fart. Yeah, he does kind of still need to pick that up. Pick those up.
Yeah.
He knows where they are, obviously, but he doesn't know. He doesn't have them yet, and 2 big chests at least. There's Din's Fire. That makes sense.
I was wondering what that was.
And there's the light arrows.
Here we go.
minutes. The golden gauntlets for what the hell's happened. Yeah, that's not 2 minutes apart. That's
Yeah. That is barely 1 minute.
Yep.
So he enters at 12 seconds.
Mhm.
And Hayes is running. Everything bonus stats from Gav. Did Hayes forgot to set up first wind, or?
I think he has it set, but he wants to keep it for the final warp. Good recovery by Gavaroni here. Jumped slightly too far and ended up behind Ganondorf, but still manages the 1 cycle.
Yeah, that was solid. Solid recovery. And Hayes is opening
immediately just goes for the right one out of impulse, and there we go. Calls for Roar's Wind.
And this actually, because of his running, that is turning into 12 minutes, little bit more than 2 minute difference.
Yep. But that is Ganon phase 1 down for Gavaroni. Yeah, 2 minutes and maybe 10 seconds difference here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ganon is down. Get your GGs in the chat, everybody. Gav is taking this one home, and he's gonna move on to face Say in the finals.
Indeed. And we are joined by one of our runners. Welcome in.
Yo. GG's.
GG's. Well, what are your thoughts about the seed?
That was good. I mean, I won. I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. And we are
Welcome,
also joined by what the hell's
THH.
happened. GG's.
Hey, congrats, Gav.
Thanks, GG's.
This was an interesting seed for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like it was going really, really, really well for me, and then I got the hint, and I'm like, "There's no way this happens again, man. Where it's just a casino." Three 1v1s in a row in SGL for us, where it's just we get into glow mode, and then it's go find random item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's entertaining.
Yeah. It wasn't entertaining for me, let me tell you what. But I'm sure it was great for you guys.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's that's the thing.
Were you on Ganon or a Dwarf when I finished?
Ganon.
Oh, you just loaded in? Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Your stream. Did you do any more forest or no?
Well, I did the courtyard.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, that magic bailed you guys out from having to farm for 30 skulls.
Dude, we've played. So in our best of 3, we've played 4 matches, and all 4 have had something in 30 skulls.
That's just the website being very bad against you.
Yeah. It was only required in the one that we didn't get to complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt pretty good when I got when I went lake as early as I did, following like the hook shot and CAC. I assume it was hook shot to get hammer to get bombs was the King Dodongo path from CAC.
Oh yeah, so you did river,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, once I got that, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
I was like, this is pretty bad. Especially then when I got the long shot in Deku, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I do river in the opener basically every time, unless it's foolish, obviously, or we get a situation like we had yesterday,
Yeah.
where it just makes more sense to do later.
Yeah, I guess I was pretty shook after river. I was just like, shit, what do I do now? I'm kind of like, I just gotta keep doing stuff.
Just keep doing opening chests, yeah.
Yeah, but then like, I guess. So wait.
The-
Okay, yeah, I
the
got the
sad-
scale, and then the Kakiri sword, then the long shot, and I'm like, okay, let's go. But then,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
I mean, the thing with that freaking embarrassing, and I can't believe I did that, but I didn't read the light arrow hint, so that was just like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Oh, you had to run back up?
Well, I had a W, but yeah, like I'm like,
Yeah, that's not as
'cause
bad.
I was
guess, but-
thinking like, okay, there's so many options. I'm thinking, okay, if he says the well, I need to. What song do I go for? If he says spirit, I have to go to ATZ Grotto to pick up the strength. If he says GTG, do I? And then I'm just like looking at my notes and mashing, and at some point I'm like, wait, something's wrong. And
Something's
then
not quite
the
right.
fight's
Yeah.
starting, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. And
I don't think that was what
and,
made the difference in the end, though.
This is
I
pretty
know,
damn
yeah.
close, but
I know,
the,
it would
the
have been
thing
even.
the thing that made the difference was that you two, immediately after seeing light arrow hint, looking at the first initial 8, went to the basically exact same places. There was no difference to your route except for H figuring out that he didn't need to do the 2 child ones. But other than that, it was practically the same route.
Yeah, I think makes sense. Yeah.
wait, why could Child Spirit not have strength?
Because
On
those
hammer
two
or
takes-
hookshot locked.
Yeah, there was a slingshot on Skull Mask, so you could have accessed that. And then if
Oh,
If
because
there's
then
a
yeah, then the
strength there.
hammer isn't path to bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
Smart. You're smart. What the hell's?
well, no, I remembered that, but I didn't look at the lighter hint. Like, you know, tough times in what the hell's brain. No, but I was just like, okay, please finish. Like, I guess this is close enough that like you would have won anyway. It just would have been a heart attack for everyone in chat.
Yeah, if you
But-
were like
Yeah.
P2 Ganon or something, it would have been so
Yeah.
bad.
If it wasn't like 30 seconds, I'm retiring and never touching a game controller ever because I'm the stupidest person ever. God, that was embarrassing. Anyway,
It's alright.
yeah.
I think the only thing I did like super wrong this seed was I should have been able to realize that that scale was going to be required. I ended up hiking down to the lake to check because I got the 3rd lake path. But I was like, I don't know how this can possibly be Kokiri sword without like requiring another item first. But I couldn't put it all together, so I'm like, I'm just gonna hike down there first and figure it out. And I'm like, okay, that's an item that makes sense. The fucking scale.
Oh, you did Adult Lake before Child Lake?
Yeah, I did Adult Lake pretty early actually, because I had the CAC path to.
Oh.
I had the DC path to KD, so I knew bombs were in DC. Basically, I mean, I guess it's not 100% guaranteed, but pretty
Oh yeah,
likely.
so right at the beginning, you knew CAC and DC were Path to King Dodongo.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and then I got the CAC one is in CAC, I think. The CAC to KD was somewhere early. I
What?
don't remember exactly what it was.
what do you guys think about the 3 hints that hinted the path to Goma in Lake?
I was kind of shocked to find a third one, to be honest. But
Well, I found it after Hammer, so I was like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. Because I'm like, yeah, Hammer's blocked by Hookshot and probably gonna lead to Bomb Bag. So then I'm like, okay, this is all part of the same chain, basically.
The problem, at least in my brain, is always you read a hint that you've already seen, like, okay, Lake is path to Queen Goma. Okay, right, moving on. Wait a minute.
yeah,
And making that connection is kind of takes a few seconds for me. I don't know how it is for you. And sometimes the connection gets lost. So I'm glad both of you remember that you had already seen both 2 of those hints.
Yeah, it's funny though, because at the same time, I mean, okay, I guess it did help eliminating some stuff at the end.
yeah.
Like, I think it couldn't be lens game either. I think the lens was pretty early and it was free, so it couldn't
Definitely
be lens
got the
game.
lens early. Yeah, I don't remember
So-
where it was though.
It's like, okay, at least you don't have to do those, but
Yeah, it was kind of weird because like as you were, so you got the lake path to Goma, and it gives you hammer, which makes it so you're not gonna get a wolf hint most of the time. So then I'm like, okay, so hammer or bombs lead to Kokiri sword somehow because of the sling on skull mask, and then it's like I check Tech Grotto, I'm like, okay, now strength 2 can also lead to Kokiri sword, and then I check fucking bomb tube bowling and get a bow. I'm like, all right, this thing can be anywhere at
Yeah.
this point, like. It can be locked behind bow, strength 2, hammer, bombs. Like, and then
like-
then you get the third hint and it kind of solves it all, but
yeah. I didn't get the 5th hint, I don't think.
well no. Third, there was only 2 paths to Goma, sorry. The
Yeah, but
third
what was
physical
the
gossip zone.
What was the 5th
Oh,
path hint?
DCKD, Cat KD, Lake Goma, and River Morpha.
Oh yeah, I did have GCKD. I did have the other KD hint. I just didn't write it down. I just realized.
Right, yeah. Yeah, double King Dodongo. I was like, what the fuck kind of seed are we playing?
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
One with bombs in Dodongo's cavern. That was kind of obvious.
Yeah. You just don't. You barely see Path to King Dodongo to begin with, just because it's so often not hinted.
Oh yeah,
And then
sure.
you get 2 of them, and it's like, what in the world?
Yeah, and
What
it's
am I
like
playing?
I got chews. I bought the chews, then I got a chew chest, then I get the bomb bag, then I get more chews in DC. I was like, come on, I did
Wait,
all.
you bought
all-
shoes? I don't even think I
Yeah.
found a wallet.
Where was the wallet? It was early. It was right before I decided to go to
no.
Adult Lake and GTG, so. Is it?
It was on
It
Dampe.
was in Dampe.
Dempe digging?
Dempe digging. Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so then I did Adult Lake, got the hammer, went to GTG, did GTG with Hook, and then I bought the shoes. And then like I did the mountain stuff, and that's when the bomb bag appeared. And I got the river hint, and then I got the DC hint in river, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, that
I think-
DC hint is actually way
That was
stronger than I thought.
one of the major differences between the 2 of you was really the extra information that Gav had available early in the seed, with those with going river first and getting that DC path to King Dodongo hint, because obviously that I'm thinking, Gav, that influenced your early gameplay quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the main reason I ended, or the final reason I ended up going Adult Lake as early as I did. The combination of those 2 hints, because then it's like, I was going. Technically, I was also considering going to GTG from there, but I was like, let's do Open Grotto, let's do Adult Lake. Those are all hookshot locked, and then see what happens if I don't get anything in Adult Lake. I actually was still planning on. I ended up going into water and setting FW, which I think may have actually made the difference potentially between the times. If he didn't have FW in water, that's probably a minute right there.
I had it in GTG and went from there.
Okay, that's not as bad then. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
close. But
yeah.
And then obviously got the hammer, and I was like, okay, and played around the hammer into DC to get bombs. I was a little worried that it was still gonna be strength 1 for bombs somehow, and that I was wasting a little time because hammer only lets you get the first 2 checks. But thankfully, the bombs were in the first one. But then I assume the logical strength 1 has to be the one in Tech Grotto, right?
It has to, yeah.
Yeah.
Must be.
Wait, could it be the one on Frogs 1?
It could be that. I was just thinking that as well. I think it
Actually, no, yeah, never
could
mind.
be,
We actually had a debate. The one of the factors that we
They're
were
both
talking about
accessible,
when you were hunting for strength 3 was actually you the fact that strength 1 or that the strength 1 you both found was on highest Goron, and there was no hint to Volvagia, indicated to us that there needed to be 2 other strengths that are not strength locked. So both of
Right.
them are logical strength 1 potentially.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's true, because you would, yeah, you would have gotten a strength for Volvagia hint. You're right. The fucking SPL hints, man. So much you have to put together with these.
Yeah.
It's hard to deduce it all in real time. Much easier for the chat.
Much easier for chat, for commentators, because we don't have to play the video game at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Chef, do you want to know what the other big test in Light Trial was?
There was a third one?
I was
Oh.
too.
Oh, you're talking about what the hell? Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
skipped the first one, you psychopath.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that one first, and then just like a fraction of a second first, I was going for that one first, and then I don't know, my roll continued. I was like, okay, I guess I'm opening this one, and I was like, fuck yeah, genius.
Actual colossal brain.
So what was it?
Dins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Classic light mad shadow. Love to see that. This scene
Yeah.
felt really weird. Like, as I was getting Frogs 1, I was like, wait, is Forso the only thing left after this? And it was only like 2 hours, like low 2 hours. So I was like, what? Like, how am I done with the game already? But with Shadow Temple being light medallion, it takes away like 20 minutes of your full clear, right? So
Yeah, this definitely was a seed where if you were able to keep your mind in check and think about the logic really hard, you definitely can save off a lot of time.
yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting one.
Yeah, I was always debating each of our races if I do River or not. And then every time at the very last second, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stay with what I do. Plus, like, the last 2 races, we ended up with Nocturne early. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll just go to Nocturne. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, no, it'll be fine. I'm sure, like, the seed makes you do River at some point. Like, our other race, we had early Jabu. So I was like, okay, we're climbing the river. This is all good. And then that river path in DC, I'm like, no, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
this
think-
was the only race that mattered that River actually had anything. I've done it in all our races, but this one actually had something.
Well, maybe I'm gonna do it in November.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
season
say,
13, whatever season we're on.
what the hell's you are going to be in the in-person Speedgaming Live event in Herndon, right?
Oh,
Yeah, should be, yeah. Probably.
All right, so you still it's not the end of the road in terms of speed gaming this year for you.
Yeah.
There's more to be had.
Yeah, there's enough time until November. I can be depressed a bit, and then I'll be back. It's okay. I can sit in a dark room for a few weeks. It's all good.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice meeting you there. I got my tickets about a month ago, so
Oh, nice. okay.
Nice.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Dog.
Meanwhile, Gav, you are moving on to face Seisei in the final.
Indeed.
What do you make of your chances?
Seisei's pretty damn good, so I don't know. Not great, I guess, but what
Nah,
the hell
you
is
got
also
this.
pretty damn good. So
Nah,
You're also
getting
pretty
it.
damn good. You're the number 1 seed in this tournament.
Okay. True, I am the number 1 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, this is the
So-
year of Gav. Let's go. You're just doing it.
The tournament of Gav.
Let's go.
Don't make it a whole year.
So what you're saying is that everybody should book their calendars and make sure they are free for when the match is.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're at least good matches, right? Thankfully, What the Hell's and I had pretty good matches outside of the first one. Like, I think both the ones I won, he was on Ganondorf for further, so hopefully the matches will stay or at least the hype.
And we had 4 matches, so that's cool.
True, true.
Yeah, the bonus match really sold it.
Yeah, Epona is actually the final boss, believe it or not.
Huge if true. Anyway, I think that does it for us today. One last shout out to everyone who made this restream possible. Obviously, thank you to What the Hell's Happened and Gavaroni for putting on a hell of a show. Commiserations, What the Hell's, for reaching the end of the road in this particular tournament. Though we'll see more of you in November, I'm sure. And congratulations to Gavaroni for moving on to the final. Thank you to our trackers Mira and Lady Draco for keeping us updated on the item situation the runners had, and thank you to Angels, my co-commentator, for joining me in the booth today.
Thank you
And
so
finally,
much as well.
Absolutely, and finally, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon with more OOTR and a lot of other games here on Speedgaming Live. In the meantime, though, goodbye!
Bye-bye!
Alright guys, thanks for commenting and whatnot. Have a good day.